Here's a quick update for the team. We've done deployments now. It's now Monday at 10:50, and obviously last night and this morning, as a result of our starting to deploy, I'm convinced what they've done is deployed dozens of massive chemtrails, which has been going on through the night. Yeah, I watched them at night time, and they continued in the morning, and they are starting to create a whiteout. It's very dry up there, but let me explain a few things. I said we would get a double vortex towards Europe. That will happen shortly. At the moment, the double vortex is actually this side of Europe, over Ireland. Just let me show you where it is. I can explain this to you. If I go up higher, this is a great satellite, NASA World View. I'm also doing this video to show you how to use the wind satellite. Now there's one blockage, and let me show you, as you go up on the wind satellite to 500, so we come down, here's the Jetstream, see the blockage there. There's a double vortex here. Eventually when we stop, the double vortex will pass and come through to Europe. But the reason I decided to block this is this. If you look on the NASA World View, they were chemtrailing yesterday, and massive chemtrails in the Atlantic the day before. In fact, it's an ongoing thing. Look at this. Where do you think all this crap comes from? It's added to 4,000 plus jets that fly the Atlantic every night, and that's why they ask them to shut the windows and don't look out, because it's blatant. So this is now coming in towards the UK. We have blocked that, but as a panic measure, what they've done, they've been chemtrailing right over the UK. Absolutely true. That's what they've done. It's cost them millions. So the plan will be, eventually, we're bringing warm air up. This will be shoved out the way. That's what they're forecasting as well at the moment. But as a result of that round blockage, this has turned tail and has gone into a big vortex here and a big vortex just below it, which I've just shown you. Amazing. You know, I know we know what we do, but it's lovely to see it confirmed on a satellite that when you deploy. And here's the point I was going to make. When you go on Null School, you click Earth, and here, light at the bottom corner, it says About. Now you see these are pressures hectopascals, and obviously the higher you go in the atmosphere, the lower the pressure, and that's why the numbers go down. So you can convert that to meters or feet. So you go to About, and then go down the page, and here's all the explanations of what's what, and there's your scale chart. So 1000 hectopascals is up to 100 meters at sea level conditions. So as the numbers drop, the pressure's dropping, you go up to 26,500 meters. Now look at this, 70 hectopascals is 17,500 meters. That doesn't mean a lot to you. Let's convert that. 17,500 meters to feet. 17,500 is 57,414 feet. 57,414. So remember this, because I'm going to show you what we've done even at that height. We can convert that into miles. 57,414 is 10.87 miles. Very, very roughly, it's best part of 11 miles of the atmosphere. The atmosphere above there is so thin, it's not even worth talking about. We're looking at EMF and magnetic frequencies at that height. So at 10.87 miles, I will go back onto Google, the wind. So at 70, look, which is nearly 11 miles, there's your blockage. How about that? Now, we can affect the atmosphere that they can't even affect with chemtrails. That's my point. Okay, so we're all learning. There's things we can do, which I'll explain later, to do with wind directions, etc. For example, we've stopped the air almost static now over the UK, and that's one of the reasons that they suddenly come out chemtrailing. But we can set them up, and what I mean by that is stop the wind over the UK, completely stop deploying and head straight east, flat and level, and these winds will rush straight through and all the chemtrails will disappear to somewhere else, hopefully be neutralised by us as it passes through the etheric charge, and they're stuffed because they don't know where it's going to go and what's going to happen, and we have full control over that. Think about that. Amazing. This is live now. This is the chemtrails we've all seen being laid. You can actually in fact see the lines there as they lay them. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. That should start playing again. I think I've gone in too close, but you can see loads of lines coming in where they were actually deploying the chemtrails, and of course out this side. But can you see the blockage now? There's blockage here. There's one of the vortex. There's also another rotation to the south. Eventually we'll let that pass. So let us look at weather online. Now here you can see the chemtrails. Watch. I'll slow this down and freeze it in a minute. There. Loads of them, and you can see the EMF kick in as the clouds spread. Yeah, that's how they do it. So let's make that slower. And we'll start that up. There. All this, they're trying to bring it in over the UK. And you see that EMF flash, that line come across, and another one there. That was from a next rad in Dublin. There, one flash, and this here, bang, there. See it? Amazing. And of course across the UK they've been chemtrailing all of this. We're going to go on visible now. That's in infrared. So this is visible. This is just on the loop. Bring this up. You can see all them chemtrails going perpendicular to this cloud formation here. I'll slow it down. There. All them lines across there, all deliberately done to bring it in over the UK. Now this is the rains currently over the UK on Monday. Number one enemy, I heard Alan Roebuck, David Keith say this at a solar radiation management conference. They provide a catalyst for precipitation by providing aerosols, which allows moisture to attach itself to aerosols. That is their number one enemy. That's what they said. Because for the whole area, even the whole of the UK, we've even created rains in the last week on the whole of Europe. That means millions of square miles of chemtrails dropped in the form of rains. And I know people say, well, you're dropping chemtrails. I do believe there is a major reset and a neutralisation for the bulk of these, but this is currently in Scotland and Ireland. But as you know, we brought rains in over the last week. Fantastic. We're trying to bring sunshine. They are absolutely trying to block it. They've spent millions of pounds on it as a deliberate operation. There are other things involved, including energy within the atmosphere and different frequencies. That's another subject for another day. But just an update, this is where we stand at the moment on today's deployment. I'm hoping we get crystal clear blue skies within the next 48 hours. So just follow orders please on deployments, and we are absolutely winning. Happy days. This is on radar precipitation for the whole of Europe. This is live now. This is the rains coming through. We've had some deployments. We've been deploying west, which is creating these rains here, and we've been deploying south, west and south. There should be more rains across here coming north, and this is part of the plan to bringing in some blue skies.